Alright, so like I said, we're going to be pushing into the Sunken Valley here from the old grave. So first thing you want to do is grab these items. Take good sugar. And there's a bunch of cannon guys here. Matter of fact, let me start off correctly. So you can rush through this area and just kind of sprint through. You can also stealth through this area and kind of take them out in a tactical way. So get a dragon's blood droplet. As you can see, this looks like it was probably Sekiro's grave site. So Sekiro being the old dragon's heir, Tomoe being basically his shinobi. So basically you're in Kuro's counterpart. We're gonna sneak up on this guy.
Get a black hat on, short little guy.
Alright, so there's an NPC here that they're talking about us finding. Not gonna worry about that. We're gonna just take these guys out. And watch out for the guy on top of the tower. He will ruin your day. And let's fight these dudes. Alright, so now we're going to kind of rush this guy on the tower. Can't rappel up to the top from that side, so we're going to have to jump around here. And he will knock you off if you don't. And he'll continue to knock you off. Get ready to parry as soon as you jump up. Boom. Boom. Alright, now that he's dealt with, we can kind of go down here and deal with the musket guys. These guys are too easy. Once the two cannon guys are taken care of, the area becomes almost laughably easy. Alright, so cannon guys all down, musket guys all down. Let's go get our items. So ceramic shard, sugar, purse, ash. Alright, so we're going to head back up the stairs real quick. Just so we can talk to the NPC that we're supposed to be finding. He's up here hiding out. And we're trying to find out exactly where he went. And if you look in this big old hole in this roof, this is where you'll find him.
Told those morons to give it a rest. But they don't. They just keep sending more. Such a pain in my... You one of them Nightjar cronies?
No.
Of course not. There's something different about you. But I'd say you're in the same line of work. The name's Black Hat Badger. What's yours? Real sociable one, aren't we? First this stubborn lot, now a down-in-the-dump shinobi. And then those Ashina boys raising hell outside. Could this day get any better?
You're a fugitive.
Something like that, sure. By the by, I'm a little out of pocket these days. Got the goods, but no one to sell them to. Been waiting for someone like you to show up.
Alright, so Black Hat Badger, if you heard the assassins talking, they were talking about him earlier.
All over it. With this, you won't pay arrows or bullets. No.
He sells a really important item that we're definitely going to pick up right now. Alright, so no more dialogue. So he sells the Iron Fortress and the anti-air death blow. So anyone who jumps up in the air, you can assassinate him with this skill. And he sells some other good stuff. So 1,600, so we need 1,800. So we're going to go ahead and unlock that. That's 2,000. Alright, so let's get the Iron Fortress, anti-air death blow, and then pick up one of the sugars. Let's go ahead and pick up all three. Those are really good for later in the game. Plus, I don't want to have to come back to them, so 3 more. And the bite down is not really important, but we'll go ahead and pick them all up. Alright, so the Iron Fortress.
Take care of yourself.
The Iron Fortress prosthetic tool that we just unlocked is super useful in this game for taking out some of the more difficult bosses, and I'll definitely be showing you guys some techniques to use in order to make that really effective. But first things first, we need to get moving along for the Sunken Temple. So, or not the Sunken Temple, but the Sunken Valley. So make sure we didn't miss anything. Alright, didn't miss anything. Head back up. Kill a spear guy. This guy's easy without the spear guy. Really, anything is easy in this game, but so you're going to want to come through this area now. Deal with the samurai talking about salt. Alright, no big deal there. Go ahead and pick up this item. And then Kuro said that in order to get to the Sunken Valley, we had to head to the woods. So this is the wooded area. Let's just make sure we're not missing any items. Again, we're always searching for items. Never trying to miss anything. You could sneak through all these woods. I believe there's like a bunch of monkeys up here. Yep, so there's a monkey. It's kind of a prelude to the area that we're going into. There's another monkey. The monkeys without the sword, again, no big deal. Monkeys with a sword, bad news. Believe the game just starts you off with a bunch of monkeys with no swords, but they progressively get much more difficult, so keep an eye on that. Again, you can see some of the ministry shinobis are just laying out dead here. You'll see that Ishin has been paying a visit to some of these guys.
Sekiro.
Who are...
Ministry rats. They find a way in through every crack and crevice. There's always more of them to kill. By the way, Sekiro, have you mastered any secret techniques? Not quite yet, it seems. Cut them down, Sekiro. Every last one.
So basically what he was asking there is if we've mastered any of the secret techniques that you get from maxing out any of the art trees. We have not yet, because the one, I don't really find them hugely useful, but two, the one that we're going to be maxing out, we're not there yet. So let's go ahead and rest. And now that we're here, we're going to go ahead and travel back to the temple and unlock our our iron fan. The iron fan is pretty much a fan that acts as like a panic button shield, and it's going to be greatly useful in some of the upcoming fights. It's actually my favorite. It's called the loaded umbrella. I'll show you guys how to use this because it's one of my favorite prosthetics. I'm going to go ahead and equip it now. And then Sabimaru. Alright, cool. Now we're ready to head into action. So we'll go ahead and start getting through a bunch of the... Let's see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and start getting through a bunch of the Sunken Valley. We won't get through it all in this episode, but by next episode, we should be at least to the final boss, if not further along. If you want the extra dialogue from Ishin, you can go back and you can master some of the arts that he was talking about, but Not hugely important for the story. Get an eel liver and nothing. Jump on down. And it's called the Sunken Valley for a reason, so you're going to be doing quite a bit of jumping down. Alright, let's head back this way. Normally you wouldn't check behind you like this, but because it's a Souls game, you always want to check every direction. Try to get these guys before they get their spear thrust off on you. Jump up. Just keep proceeding. And eventually there should be, oh, there we go. Kind of a hidden area, but some good items at the end of it, so make sure you head this way. This is on the opposite side. Remember I said we would be paying a visit in like episode 3. We'd be paying a visit to the other side. That's what we're doing now. Prayer bead. Pacifying agent. Alright. And there is a headless here. Was not intending to get in conflict with him yet. But you know what? I think this might be... let's see if I can get out of here. The terror slows you down pretty dramatically. So the fog that he's walking in makes you run way slower. Let's see. I might be able to get him. Let's put the purple gourd on. And let's put the... Where is it? Divine confetti. And then let's go ahead and use... where is it? Pacifying agent. Alright, let's see. Can we get the headless? He's gonna appear behind us. Oh man, yeah, we don't have the right tools to really deal with the headless right now. I mean, you would have to perfectly parry him. See if we can get out of here. Make sure we get all the items first. Grave wax. Alright, cool. So the headless are pretty much famous Ashino warriors. As you can see, it makes it very difficult to fight because you cannot maneuver. There's going to be some items we get later on that make those much more manageable, but they're considered to be like late game, end game bosses. So we'll deal with them when we have the right stuff. But you can see, like, dealing with them just with parrying and all that stuff just makes it really difficult to manage. Alright, so go ahead and see what we can find on the way up. And now we're going to be heading to the Sunken Valley. But yeah, for the headless, you want to make sure you have divine confetti, you have enough stuff to stop terror, and later on with the fan, you're going to be able to just kind of nullify like half of the headless attacks because of the fan. But we got to upgrade it first. So we're almost there, but not completely there. Go ahead and rest. Alright, so now we're heading to the Sunken Valley. Sunken Valley is a pretty straightforward area. You're going to be looking pretty much to beat these guys to the trigger. And when I say that, I mean it literally. They're going to be shooting at you, and you are going to be trying to grapple over to them before they can get a shot off and punish. And then we are going to be fighting one more of the mini bosses with the big cannon gun. This one will be a little bit easier though. Well, not easier, but more manageable, because we'll have a little bit more of technique to fight her with. We have the Sabimaru, and these enemies are really weak to the Sabimaru, so I'll go ahead and show that. Alright, antidote powder. The gecko. Alright, deal with the gecko. And where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where's the grapple? Basically, we're heading straight down. And you'll start seeing some flags that kind of show windage for their rifles. Deal with this one. This looks a lot like that mini boss, but it's not it. You want to make sure. Just keep rolling, stay out of the gunfire. Posture her down. This is one of the worst enemy mobs in the game. Alright, so now we're here. We're going to be looking, make sure we didn't miss any items. Always looking to make sure you didn't miss any items so you don't have to backtrack. The only thing right now we have to backtrack for is a couple underwater items and the old headless.
The gun fort was even more formidable than we'd heard. We were reckless to go in unprepared. It takes me back. I can hear the Senpo temple bell.
Alright, so if the gun fort was a tough deal for those guys, it's going to be a tough deal for anybody. But this is basically the layout of the land. So we're going to have to get to that point over there, make our way across the bridge, up that little ladder area, and then over to where the statue is. And that's going to be the gun fort. Going to be very difficult because it requires a lot of parkouring while getting shot at. So just be prepared to keep moving. That's the biggest thing here. Keep moving. We're going to come up on that mini boss fairly early. We are actually going to make sure we clear out all the enemies first, and then we're going to go there. So again, keep moving. They're going to be shooting at you fairly frequently. Up. Don't fall in the bushes like I did. Missed the grappling point. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Here's the mini boss sitting down. We're going to keep going all the way around. We're going to come back and deal with her later. Right now, we want to make sure that none of the snipers here are firing on us while we're moving. So what we're going to do is we're going to move with the shield. And this is that prosthetic tool I was telling you about. It's going to keep you protected. You'll see it start smoking when it takes too much damage, and that's when you need to get ready to sprint. Get underneath. Alright, now we're underneath everyone, so we'll be able to kind of deal with them in onesies and twosies. Once you get a couple of them down, it gets immensely easier. So just keep pushing through. Heal when you gotta heal. There is a idol around here, so no need to panic. Alright, so there's mines on the ground, so you want to make sure you're using your repels, not just running around. Once the enemies are dead, you can run through and trigger all the mines. But there they go. Boom. Oh, come on. Couple more to go. Grab all the scrap magnetite. This is a great area to farm for rare materials. Basically what happens when you step on a landmine is it alerts all the snipers to your presence. So you're going to want to make sure that you, like I said, keep moving. Don't really worry about being spotted or anything like that. You'll be fine. Jump down here. And this is your way back to the bridge. So we're going to go back up and clear the entire area first. And we're not going to rest at the idol. We're going to continue pushing. Gonna lock off this enemy if we can. These guys are a pain in the ass to deal with. Just focus on one. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're just gonna bypass these guys completely because they are stupid. And we're gonna rest. And we'll clear our way back to the mini-boss in the next episode. So from here, we're going to clear back to the mini-boss, which is Shiraga. And we'll deal with her. And then we'll clear further down into the Sunken Valley, which is this way, which will lead us down even further to where we need to go to pick up the next important item for the main storyline. Alright, so I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Till then, take it easy.